What you're about to hear could permanently alter the way you begin your mornings. So watch this video through to the conclusion. Additionally, if you find this useful, remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We get up and go about our daily lives without giving it much attention. After stretching, getting out of bed, getting a cup of coffee, and possibly skipping breakfast, we start our day. What if I told you, however, that some of these typical morning routines might be compromising your health and possibly shortening your life? Even though a minor error might not seem risky right now, these modest behaviors can compound up over time. Your heart, brain, bones, and energy levels are all subtly impacted by them, until one day you feel weaker, more exhausted, or even end yourself in the hospital, wondering what went wrong. Allow me to share a brief tale with you. The father of a close friend, who is 72 years old and in good health, woke up feeling good last year. He got out of bed too soon, became lightheaded, stumbled, and fell. What began as a typical morning ended up involving months of recuperation and a lengthy hospital stay. What would have happened if he had simply waited a few more seconds before rising? Had he been able to stop this? In actuality, unhealthy habits are what weaken people, not age. Additionally, the majority of these errors occur within the first hour of waking up. The good news? They are simple to repair. Ask yourself these 3 questions before we start. When you wake up in the morning, do you ever feel lightheaded? Have you ever neglected to drink water in the morning or skip breakfast? Could you be aging more quickly than you realize because of your regular routine? You should continue watching if you said yes to any of these questions, because we're going to discuss the 4 most harmful morning errors that adults over 70 make and how to prevent them in order to live a longer, healthier life. Let's get started. Even though mornings are meant to be tranquil, many people, especially those over 70, make the mistake of getting out of bed too soon. Although it may appear innocuous, just another aspect of waking up, this one behavior can actually cause major health concerns, such as strokes, falls, and dizziness. Your body has been sleeping for hours. Consider this. Your circulation has slowed, your blood pressure has decreased, and your heart rate has decreased. Then you abruptly sit up, get to your feet, and begin to move. What follows? You become lightheaded, dizzy, and unstable on your feet because your blood pressure doesn't regulate quickly enough. An abrupt drop in blood pressure that can make you feel weak or even collapse is known as orthostatic hypotension. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Thompson, a retired teacher who is 75 years old. He was in the habit of hopping out of bed to begin his day every morning. He got up too quickly one morning, stumbled, and fell, striking his head on the bedside table. His body needed a few more seconds to adjust, but he was unaware of this. He spent weeks recuperating from a brain injury that could have been prevented with a little patience, but that one instant altered everything. What should you do in its place then? Pay attention to the 30-second rule. 1. Do not sit up right away after waking up. Wiggle your fingers and toes while taking a few deep breaths. 2. Take 10 to 15 seconds to slowly settle into a sitting position. Allow your blood pressure to fluctuate. 3. Sit for 10 to 15 more seconds with your feet on the floor. Stretch a little, roll your shoulders, and then carefully get to your feet. 4. After you're upright, pause for a bit before continuing. Allow your body to awaken completely. By making this minor change to your morning routine, you can lower your chance of falling, avoid dizziness, and shield your brain from needless stress. Recall that rushing weakens you, not becoming older. Your body will reward you with stability, strength, and balance if you give it the time it needs. When they wake up, many adults over 70 grab for coffee or tea instead of water, or they may even skip fluids entirely. Morning dehydration may not seem like a huge thing, but it can cause major health issues and is a silent threat. Hydration is one of the first and most crucial aspects of the morning routine, since the body loses water through breathing and perspiration during the night. Let's talk about Mrs. Eleanor, a 78-year-old woman who drank water infrequently, but usually began her mornings with a strong cup of coffee. She eventually developed severe exhaustion, bewilderment, and morning headaches. She believed it was a natural aspect of growing older, but in fact she was experiencing daily dehydration. She almost fell one morning when she felt lightheaded on her way to the kitchen. Her body wasn't getting enough water, which caused her blood to thicken and slow down circulation, according to a doctor's visit. In addition, dehydration can raise the risk of strokes, kidney problems, and blood pressure disorders. So how can this be avoided? Observe the golden rule of hydration. 1. As soon as you wake up, get a glass of water. This rehydrates your organs, aids in waking up, and stimulates digestion. 2. Steer clear of tea or coffee in the morning. Drink water first and coffee later since caffeine might dehydrate you. 3. Keep a bottle or glass of water next to your bed. This keeps you from missing it and makes it easy to recall. 4. Season your water with lemon juice or a dash of sea salt. This can enhance hydration and help restore lost electrolytes. Water is more than just a beverage. It is the body's nourishment. It is essential to every cell, organ, and function. It's like attempting to start a car without any fuel if you neglect your morning hydration. You put a lot of effort into your body, but it requires the proper support. Drinking water first thing in the morning will make you feel a lot better, with more energy, improved concentration, and a healthier physique. After waking up, many adults over 70 sit for too long before beginning their day. Before getting up, they might watch TV, read a newspaper, or spend some time in bed. The body is being harmed by this gradual, passive start, even if it may feel soothing. Morning movement is crucial for flexibility, circulation, and general wellness. Consider the 75-year-old Mr. Harold, who enjoyed reading the daily paper while drinking coffee. Before rising to begin the day, he would spend about an hour in his chair. He became aware that his legs felt weaker, his joints felt more rigid, and he frequently felt lightheaded when he stood up. He stumbled and fell hard one morning after getting up too soon. Doctors informed him that his muscles were weakening and his equilibrium was unsteady since his body wasn't receiving adequate blood circulation in the morning. Lack of activity in the morning can cause joint pain, poor circulation, muscle atrophy, and even a higher chance of falling. Here's how to get moving in the morning and be safe. 1. Before getting out of bed, stretch. You may increase circulation and awaken your muscles by performing simple stretches like rotating your body gently, stretching your arms, and moving your ankles. 2. Get up slowly and move lightly. You may get your circulation circulating by doing some light yoga, walking around the house, or even swinging your arms. 3. While you wait for your cup or coffee, perform a few quick exercises. Try practicing light squats, shoulder stretches, or one-footed balancing. 4. Go for a quick morning stroll. Walking outside for even 5 to 10 minutes can increase mood, build muscle, and increase energy levels. For the body to remain strong, it must move. If you sit in the morning for too long, it will start to break down, just like if you leave your automobile parked for months. You can keep your body active, enhance your balance, and lower your chance of injury by moving first thing in the morning. Your body will appreciate it if you move first thing in the morning. Due to the misconception that they don't require a lot of food in the morning, many people over 70 start missing breakfast. While some believe skipping breakfast will help them regulate their weight, others believe they are not hungry. However, this is a risky error. Lack of energy, difficulty concentrating, and higher health risks result from skipping breakfast. Consider Mrs. Eleanor, a retired teacher who is 72 years old. Although she dismissed it as a natural aspect of aging, she frequently felt lethargic and dizzy in the mornings. She would wait till lunch to eat while sipping her coffee. She gradually started to feel weaker and occasionally had dizziness when performing basic activities like going downstairs or getting up after spending a lot of time sitting still. Later, the physician clarified that her body was not getting the vital nutrients it required to operate correctly. The brain lacks the fuel it requires when breakfast is skipped, which can cause mood changes, sluggish thinking, and even a higher risk of falls from dizziness. This explains why breakfast is so crucial. 1. It gives the body and brain energy. The body's energy reserves are depleted after several hours of sleep. By stabilizing blood sugar levels, a nutritious breakfast helps avoid weakness and exhaustion. 2. It enhances focus and memory. Seniors who eat breakfast are less likely to experience memory issues and perform better on cognitive tests, according to studies. 3. It keeps you from overindulging later in the day. In the afternoon or evening, skipping breakfast frequently results in increased desires and overindulgence in unhealthy snacks. 4. It helps maintain a robust immune system. A healthy breakfast that includes fiber, proteins, and good fats improves general health and helps ward off disease. A satisfying meal doesn't have to be difficult. Nuts, yogurt, fruit, whole grains, eggs, and other simple foods can have a big impact. The body gets the energy it needs to be strong, active, and attentive throughout the day when you eat within an hour of waking up. Although skipping breakfast might seem innocuous at first, it gradually depletes the body's energy and concentration. Your body will reward you with vibrancy and energy if you fuel your mornings. Not drinking enough water after waking up is a crucial error that many seniors unwittingly commit every morning. While some people forgo drinking water to cut down on restroom visits, others think they aren't thirsty. Dehydration, on the other hand, is a silent danger that can cause exhaustion, disorientation, lightheadedness, and even more serious health issues like renal issues and urinary tract infections. Maintaining a healthy body and mind requires drinking water first thing in the morning. Think about Mr. Howard, a retired engineer who is 75 years old. He would get up, have his typical cup of coffee, and begin his day without drinking any water at all. He thought it was simply old age, although he was often lethargic and dizzy. He almost fell in his kitchen one morning after experiencing acute vertigo and losing his equilibrium. Later, his doctor clarified that the cause of his dizziness was minor dehydration, which had decreased blood circulation and left him feeling weak. Because their bodies retain less water, and because thirst is a natural sensation that diminishes with age, seniors are more vulnerable to dehydration. Here's why it's so crucial to drink enough of water in the morning. 1. Water aids in the body's awakening and detoxification. The body requires water to rehydrate and help the kidneys eliminate waste after several hours of sleep. 2. It enhances concentration and cognitive function. Dehydration can make daily chores more difficult by causing headaches, disorientation, and delayed thinking. 3. It facilitates digestion and avoids constipation. Water helps avoid bloating and pain by reviving the digestive system in the morning. The 4th, it maintains good blood circulation and the heart. Drinking enough water promotes healthy blood flow, which lowers the chance of lightheadedness and abrupt reductions in blood pressure. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning is a simple habit that can improve general well-being and energy levels. Warm lemon water, herbal teas, or even diluted fruit juices might be beneficial choices. Little everyday adjustments like this improve quality of life and eliminate needless dangers by building a stronger, healthier body. Many senior citizens start their days in quiet, adhering to a schedule devoid of interpersonal interaction. Even while being alone might be calming, spending a lot of time alone in the morning can have profound, invisible impacts on one's physical and emotional well-being. Regular social engagement helps elders stay brighter, live longer, and feel less stressed, according to studies. However, a lot of older people unwittingly isolate themselves, which can result in loneliness, sadness, and even an increased risk of cognitive deterioration. For example, Mrs. Evelyn, an 82-year-old widow, read the newspaper, made breakfast, and watched television by herself every morning. She gradually began to feel increasingly empty and unmotivated throughout the remainder of the day. She was unaware that interpersonal relationships are equally as vital as bodily well-being. She once picked up a simple practice from her granddaughter, making a morning phone call to a friend. That minor adjustment had a big impact. She experienced an increase in her level of engagement, happiness, and energy throughout the day in a matter of weeks. Here's why it's so important to maintain social connections in the morning. 1. It lessens cognitive decline by stimulating the brain. Talking to someone, even for a short while, enhances brain clarity, focus, and recall. 2. It lowers tension and improves mood. Endorphins, the body's natural pleasure hormones that fight anxiety and despair, are released when people engage with others. 3. It boosts purpose and motivation. A straightforward discussion might motivate someone to take action and become more involved and active throughout the day. 4. It improves emotional fortitude. A sense of security and belonging is created when one knows that someone is there to chat and cares, and this enhances general well-being. Making a phone call in the morning, going to a walking club, or even just talking to your neighbor can have a significant impact on your emotional and mental well-being. Staying alive, involved, and fulfilled is what social interaction is all about, not just having company. Our morning routine has a significant impact on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, particularly as we age, as we have discussed today. In the early hours of the day, we might either embark on a journey of vitality or feel exhausted and disengaged. We may take control of our health and make decisions that support our bodies and minds if we are aware of the typical morning blunders that many people over 70 make. The important thing is to avoid making the error of hurrying through the morning. Take the time to stretch, wake up slowly, and establish a calm mood for the day rather than feeling agitated or overburdened. Eat a nutritious breakfast to improve your energy levels and motivate you to maintain an active lifestyle throughout the day. Maintaining your energy and focus can also be achieved with little adjustments, such as drinking water and avoiding large meals or excessive caffeine in the morning. Another action that might transform your day and your life is to establish connections with other people. Talking amiably with family, friends, or a neighbor for even a short while might improve your mood and mental acuity. Maintaining social ties becomes even more crucial as you become older, since it lowers stress and offers emotional support. Last but not least, never forget that investing in your future involves taking care of your heart, mind, and body first thing in the morning. By making these minor, deliberate adjustments, you can steer clear of the pitfalls that can sap your vitality and restrict your possibilities. You have the ability to give your mornings purpose and passion, regardless of where you are in life. Therefore, set aside some time every morning to reflect on your well-being, welcome the day, and remind yourself why it is worth the effort.